Hi, so I'm back. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. Essentially, I just had a lot of creative energy today, and it's very much a snowy day, so we're kind of stuck in the house. I'm having a pajama day, so I'm wearing my cute pajamas with dogs on, and not an ounce of black, which is shocking, I know. Essentially, I wrote down a list. Well, I went through my Goodreads and I wrote down a list of my top reads of 2025, so I just thought I would share them with you as well. Just because I cannot stop thinking about these certain books and I would like to share my thoughts on them. Not that I'm very good at expressing my thoughts verbally, but I thought I would give it a try. So here we are. These are my top reads of 2025. They usually rate about 4 stars or higher. So here we go. So the first book that I rated highly in 2025 is the same as I'm sure a lot of people did. I know it was a bit controversial when it came out, but I really enjoyed it. So I rated Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros 5 stars. The Imperium series I really enjoy personally. It's just a little bit of fun, and Xaden, it's Xaden. If you know, then you just know. And the pain that this brought me, the tears that I shed with this book, to me deserve the high rating. So this was 5 stars for me. This is the third book, as I say, in the Imperium series. I rated Fourth Wing also 5 stars. Iron Flame was a little bit lower just because I thought it dragged on a little bit, but this was what I needed at the time, and I'm very excited for book 4. Yes, we don't know when it's going to be out, don't even think it's been written yet, but she can take her time with it. Rebecca can take her sweet time and we'll enjoy it when it comes out. I could reread this many times and never get bored of it, but I have too many books on my TBR to reread books right now, so maybe one day. Anyway, I digress. This is the first book that I rated and it was 5 stars. The next book that I rated very highly was Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I did rate this 4.75 stars. I still stick to that, but I cannot stop thinking about this book. It's incredible. If you've not read it, please read it. For high fantasy, this is one of the first high fantasy books I read. I read Priory of the Orange Tree. Before this, I read Priory in 2024 and I loved that book. That was 5 stars. And that was like beginning of high fantasy for me. I'd never read anything high fantasy before that. But Brandon Sanderson, it's easy enough to read. The politics, I'm not too bothered by, which is why it wasn't a 5 star, but 4.75, are you kidding me? It was incredible still. I cried, I giggled, it's so good. And the storytelling is incredible. So yeah, just if you've been thinking about it, definitely read this book. It is so good. Oh my god. So the next book that I rated very highly, also in 2025, is Nocticadia by Kerry Lake. This book is absolutely incredible. If you know Dr. Death, Davrik, however you want to say him, but this book is so good. I did listen to it on audio. It was just as good. I think it was like the first audiobook I ever really listened to. You could really picture it in your head. Yeah, it's a little bit spicy, but good and not weird. I don't know how to say things without giving things away, but the whole plot of the like creatures and trying to find out more about those creatures. And as soon as I finished it, I knew I needed to get the physical copy because I'm a trophy person. I really like this book, so I wanted a trophy, and I would absolutely be rereading this again. And I rated this 5 stars. Yeah, I would rate it like 5.5 stars. It was absolutely incredible. The next books that I rated very highly, probably see a theme of this, is the next 2 books in Mistborn Era 1. It is The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages. They are so good. It's the first books that my boyfriend also read of Brandon Sanderson, and he's gone on to read the Cosmere. He's now reading era 2 of Mistborn, but also in the middle of the Stormlight Archives. That's it. And he's been loving it. So when I have the time to delve into the mammoth book that is The Way of Kings, I will. But at the moment, these are incredible. I rated Well of Ascension 4.5 stars because the politics was a lot heavier in this. And as I say, I don't think I'm smart enough to get my head around all of the politics, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. And then Hero of Ages was 6 stars. Oh my god, this book it broke me. I have photos that I might put on here of me finishing this book, the tears that I shed. It was a lot, but so worth it. It was so good. Finishing Mistborn Era 1, so good. Please read it. Don't be scared of the size. These aren't even his biggest ones. You should see the Stormlight Archives, it's ridiculous, but so good. Definitely worth a read if you're thinking about it. The next books that I read, it was The Throne of Broken Gods and The Dawn of the Cursed Queen by Amber V. Nicole, of course. I read the first book, The Book of Azrael, in 2024. Obsessed. That book was incredible. I think I rated that like 6 stars. It was so good. I rated both of these 4.5 stars. I read them back to back. Again, these are thick books, but they are so good. Again, the tears that I shed, the giggles that I giggled. It was just so fun. A lot more obviously romance than like Mistborn, and I know that book 4 is out now because I have all of these in paperback. I'm waiting for the paperback of book 4 to come out. I think it comes out in February, to be honest, so I'll get that pretty soon. Amber V. Nicole, absolute goddess. And Sam Kill, you kidding me? So good and so scrumptious, and yes, incredible. The next couple of books that I have that I rated very highly in 2025 are more contemporary. The next book I rated highly was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This was so much fun. I read this at the right time in my life that just stuck with me. I just found it in a charity shop, this book, and I thought, oh, I've seen people talk about that. Let's pick it up and see what it's about. It was absolutely incredible and absolutely made me want to pick up the other 2 books that are in this like universe, which I will be doing. I'm just waiting for like summertime because I definitely think these are summer reads, and I read it in summer and it was absolutely the perfect time that I read it. Just the perfect time in my life, the things that were going on, I needed this, and it was absolutely incredible. I rated this 4 stars. It was so good. Around the same time I was reading Just for the Summer, I was listening to Daydream on audio. This is also a 4-star book, or probably, when I think about it, 4.25. I can't stop thinking about this book. I read Icebreaker and Wildfire years prior when they first started coming out and becoming popular and everything, and it took me a while to read this one because of the mixed reviews that it had. This was my favourite book out of the 3. It was so good. The representation in this for the characters, absolutely incredible. Being in Henry's mind, I've heard people didn't like that. I loved it. I wanted to know more. But yeah, I'll still read anything that Hannah Grace brings out. Absolutely incredible. Deep End was one of the best books. I have not stopped thinking about the characters in this book. It was just so fun, and the storyline and the characters, I just love them. And Lucas, any MMC with tattoos I'm just gonna love anyway, so the fact that, okay, this might be a slight spoiler for Problematic Summer Romance, so if you're planning on reading any of that, please skip ahead. Luke and Scarlett turned up in that book and I really loved it. It actually made me tear up. Just because I love them so much and I miss them so much. As soon as I finished this book, I said to my boyfriend, I was like, I miss the characters already, I want them back. Again, this was 4 stars. I loved it very much. So good, so good. Yeah, this was 6 stars. and these two 5 stars. So this is the Crescent City series by Sarah J Maas. House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, and House of Flame and Shadow. And I think it's my favourite series by her, which I know is a controversial take, but everybody has their own opinion and that's absolutely fine. This was so good. Again, the tears that I cried, the giggles that I giggled. Please, if you haven't read these yet, read ACOTAR, then read Throne of Glass, then read this series. Stop putting it off, because I know that you are putting it off. Don't put it off. Waiting for the day that it's announced for more. Even ACOTAR 6, are you kidding me? I thought it was done. I thought ACOTAR was done when I finished that, but apparently not, and we have ACOTAR 6 coming at some point in the future. Are you kidding me? I love these books so much. They're so precious to me. Anyway, next. Yeah, I got on the hype real quick. Alchemized by Senlin Yu. I can't talk about this book without wanting to throw up, cry, scream. I couldn't read anything else for a good like 2 or 3 weeks after I finished this book. It was rough. I didn't stop crying for a good like 2 hours after I finished the book as well. I came to bed crying, which probably isn't good. I would reread this book and like so many times. Oh my god. Yes, it's over 1,000 pages, so what? I would read the 1,000 more. This book was absolutely beautiful. I will be rereading it, I think, this year. As I said before, I don't have time to reread my books because I have so many on my TBR, but this book deserves it. And everybody said to do something where you can read part 2, then 1, then 3. I think I'm going to try and do it that way around, because when you read it once, you'll understand. I think it might break me, but it's so beautiful, so beautifully written. I was crying like throughout. It wasn't just like at the end that I was crying, it was throughout the book. But absolute infinity stars. This is my infinity star read of 2025. My heart. And then of course, just to carry on the torment and the emotional destruction of my heart, I read the whole Edge of Darkness trilogy. This is by Lee Rivers, of course, my queen. Insatiable for me was 4.5 stars. This book is horrible. All of them are. The way that I felt for these characters, not even understanding a lot of what they went through. I needed this. I think this series honestly healed me in a lot of ways, and at the time that I read it, I needed it. I didn't know that I needed it, but I did. So yeah, this one was 4.5 stars and these two were 5 stars. I love this series. Please read the trigger warnings, and then if you feel like you're able to read it, please do. I just love them so much. So that is just some of the books that I read in 2025. Yeah, as I say, sort of 4 stars and above. As I say, I'm not the fastest reader in the world. I think 40 books was very good for me. I have set my reading goal this year to 40 books again, because I think it's pretty good for where I am. I have about 40 books on my physical TBR, which I've not read one of those physical books because I've been reading Zodiac Academy on my Kindle and I'm hooked. Anyway, yeah, I think it's very good for what I can read and how fast I can read. I so wish that I could read faster because there are so many worlds that I just want to be in and experience and explore and just dive headfirst into. Either way, I read as much as I can and I just love it. I love reading so much. It's my escape, as well as baking bread, which I need to go and do now. So I will say thank you if you have watched this video. Please stay safe out there and have a lovely rest of your week.